Yeah, I didn't think Apple would do such stupid things. I mean, after they have already shown some really good devices and some really good, actually, they showed really good apps and some really good ideas that were really going places, like FaceTime for the Mac, which is really great. My only complaint about FaceTime is that why isn't it integrated more in iChat? It's more of a nitpick there, but I mean, iChat pretty much was the original FaceTime to FaceTime. Why couldn't they integrate that more and just take out half that bloated crap out of iChat? It kind of doesn't make any sense. But anyways, let's get on to where they really screwed up. First of all, we have this MacBook Air. Now I'm going to be honest, and I mean, I'm happy with the fact they have two USB ports, and yeah, it's got two USB ports. I don't understand why they put flash drive in there. Basically, they just ripped off the Nintendo Wii. Yes, the Nintendo Wii has a weaker flash drive, but still, they just pretty much took the same technologies and just implemented it for themselves, or same hard drive, made it bigger storage. But honestly, it just has no real point to it. It's kind of stupid. But in general, I hate all netbooks, and my only, and I just don't like them. And of course, people are like, but it's so underpowered. Every netbook is underpowered. Go and find me a netbook that could play Crysis at max settings. You won't be able to find that because netbooks are designed just like the MacBook Air to basically be underpowered. That is then by design of all netbooks. Plain and simple. The major argument is no CD drive. Apple could have fitted on there instead of making this thing thinner, and they could have put it in a normal fucking hard drive or just another solid state hard drive. And the solid state hard drives and the other MacBook Airs was an option, but they weren't that great, but at least they were an option. But now it's flash memory. Fucking now this thing's got more common to do with the Nintendo Wii than it does actual Mac products or any other fucking computer. Fucking stupid. And then we get to this somewhat of a train wreck. Now, I will admit, I like full screen apps, even though they've been around for years. So, what? Guess Apple is finally getting around to it, even though I'll probably will never use it. Mission control does seem like a curious idea. I'm actually interested in it. My complaint here is Apple Store, Mac App Store. Now, I'm going to leave this as a more of I don't know, because either this can become completely useless. People won't care to download their shit off the Apple Store because most likely they won't, because most people like to buy their shit. So, yeah, and not only that, there are companies out there like Blizzard who makes like StarCraft 2 and World of Warcraft. I mean, what is this going to do for them? I mean, they can't. I mean, you know how big of a download it takes to download those files? They're huge, especially Warcraft and their new game. I believe it's called Cataclysm. It's fucking not going to be a small job. And not only that, they update themselves. And then their Steam. I mean, Steam downloads apps into itself as well. What does this do to them? You can't have an app store of an app store within an app store. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know, well, welcome to the App Store. We'll download more programming content for you. Here's Steam that will download more gaming content for you. But you're downloading content and it will keep you up to date, as we also keep you up to date. That don't make any fucking sense. It just doesn't. Then we got Launchpad. Now I know that John for Lakers, Dr. Buck, and Apple Soldier have all said that they wanted more of the iOS into their operating system, as well as Chris Polaro. And all I can say is you are all fucking idiots. Because here's something that will shock you. I don't want iOS on my desktop. I want it to stay on my iPod Touch. Period. The iPod Touch, and oddly enough, Emick even said it himself, that even though he later pwned himself in that same video, which is a little weird, but he said that the mobile devices and the desktops are two separate devices. And that is true. Apple seems to have forgotten this. They think that they're all one device. No, they're not, Apple. They are not all one device. They are never one device. The last company that made this mistake was Microsoft when their Windows CE came out, and they just basically took one of their Windows operating systems, shrunk it down into a fucking mobile phone, and fucked it all up. Basically, they thought, hey, you want to play with that same desktop on your computer? Well, here's that desktop on a mobile phone. They couldn't even use the damn thing. And not only that, Microsoft also tried to integrate Xbox by having their Xbox games and integrate it with their Windows games, and they created Windows Live. Safe to say, Windows Live is dead. The new Windows Lives that you're seeing now is a completely rewrite, because the old version of Windows Live died a horrible death, because Microsoft just didn't learn back then. Handheld devices, the Xbox, and their desktops are all separate devices. They are not all in one Unison Link device, only in a couple of fucking small areas. Not only that, Launchpad has reintroduced features that pretty much is in the iPad that they've stolen, that have been in the dock for years. Basically, I'm getting applications that are in the docks, like this. I mean, seriously, I can already do this. See? Applications. I click applications. There it is. I go to this Adobe folder. I go out of that Adobe folder. Easy navigations. Right there. I don't need Launchpad to do this. Not only that, as for this whole arranging folders to have specific programs in it, games. Look at that. I have all my games on here. Actually, they're all just aliases, but it's pretty much the same damn thing. So, why the fuck is this thing made? Why the fuck is Launchpad made? Launchpad can go fuck itself, in my honest opinion. The Mac App Store, well, the jury's still out on that. But if they go more into a closed source area, I will literally just throw my Mac out and get a PC. But if they're going to have it more of a separated where people can have their applications and do stuff like, I don't know, download porn and throw their apps in every which direction just because they want to, because we all have the American right to do this. Well, I do at least. I mean, I have the right to literally go out and buy a Mac and plug it in and then piss on it and then fucking electrocute myself if I wanted to. It's my right. And Apple has no fucking jurisdiction to tell me what I can and cannot download. If I want to download porn, if I want to download BitTorrent programs, I got that fucking right. So, App Store, go fuck yourself.